Heyo, you guys, welcome back to Dark Souls 2 and the Iron Keep, which we're going to take on this time around. And the Iron Keep is a castle that sank into the lava, basically at the top of a mountain, if I remember that correctly. It did definitely sink down and might have, destroyed some rock and only then encountered lava. Or maybe it was built on top of lava and only then sank into the ground. I couldn't really tell you. But it sure as heck looks nice. It features new enemies, pretty annoying enemies as well. But with our beautiful, beautiful sword here, that is like one of the biggest surprises in this playthrough so far. We can certainly take care of them rather quickly. Just the Knight sword, Jesus, I didn't expect that thing to be as viable as it is. With that being said though, I did already say last time that we are probably going to switch weapons pretty soon. Because what I would like to get, and I don't know if that's going to happen, is the black steel sword. Is that even what it's called exactly? Something like that. Anyway, it's the sword that these guys use. They drop it very, very rarely, unfortunately. So that's why I was saying, don't know if I'm going to be able to get one. But we're going to try our best to make that happen. And of course I should try to avoid damage a little bit more as well. But okay, there's one last guy right here. Please drop the katana. Because if he doesn't, what we're gonna do, and I mean it's very unlikely that he's actually going to drop it, but if, god damn it, taking way too much damage here. Let's heal up and let's focus a little bit more. Yeah, since he didn't drop one, what I'm gonna do is talk to this lovely person over here. Almost called him a lady, which of course would not have been really accurate. Instead it's Magarold, and he's another merchant. Buy some stuff. Also can change your spells a little bit. You can basically lower the requirements with him so that you can then use spells a little bit earlier. But also keep in mind, if you do that, it will very much also reduce the effectiveness of that spell. So yeah, I'm not doing it. There's only a few instances in which that is actually useful. So, right. I remembered this the wrong way. He doesn't immediately give you that ring that I'm looking for. Instead, I believe he gifts it to you if you buy enough. So what we're going to do right here is, let me very quickly guide to the souls right here and just swallow a bunch of them so that we then have enough souls so that we can then buy enough off of him so that we can then have him give us the ring that I'm looking for. I believe he gifts you the, what is it even, like the gold, is it gold or silver serpent ring +1 or something like that. So increased rate of like item discovery, I guess is what they call it. And then we should have an easier time finding the katana that I'm looking for. So why don't we just buy the most expensive things right here? Probably a good idea. For example, Fragrant Branch of Yore. Sounds pretty good to me. Repair powder can be very useful. I don't know, it seems a little bit overpriced, but I might as well go ahead and buy that. Alright, and yeah, now he says, we have similar taste. I got something for you as a little, like, bonus reward, I guess. And you can now very much equip that and have a better time with that whole katana finding mission of yours. Alright, thank you so much, Magarold. I'm gonna be back in just a second. Let's go up here. Yeah, to very quickly touch on all the things that we want to do in this episode. I have no idea how much it's going to work out looking at the time, but certainly would like to get the next Great Soul. It might be another longer episode if we want to make that happen, but that's totally fine by me. It would only be like logical to now take care of the entirety of Iron Keep, and the reason why I'm not necessarily sure whether that's possible or not is that there's, very similar to the Lost Bastille, another Belfry area. Not Belfry Luna this time round, instead Belfry Soul, and we will get there rather soon, I would imagine. Alright, just bait him into attacking, then combo his ass. Right. That's how you want to take care of these guys. So coming up, there is another 2. The other one is behind me and shooting arrows at me. At least he should be sometime soon. Yeah, there we go. I always take damage to that guy. Then again, it doesn't really matter too much, does it? Okay, just god damn it. I'm not doing all too well. I shouldn't be that quick about it. I should wait a little bit longer and try to avoid like all damage, but instead I'm just rushing things a little bit right now, which certainly can be bad. Can be very bad if you're playing Dark Souls, so cut that out, Nick. Cut that out immediately. Right. Come on, I want to lure you over here. I don't even have to be completely honest. I can just stand here and fight you that way. Just, oh, god damn it. I'm not doing enough damage. I mean, I'm okay with the damage that I do, but it's not quite enough. Just drink that. There's another archer over here. In general, this area is just filled with all kinds of archers. They are gonna really give me a hard time. There's another one up there, and I think the way I want to take care of this whole mess is by jumping down. And then, is there not a... That might only be in New Game Plus that there's another guy down here, which is kind of what I remember. But alright, I'm not complaining, I'm just saying. Yeah, we're now gonna climb up this ladder, take care of that other archer, and then just very, very systematically kill all the enemies that are essentially surrounding us right here. And these are the captains, so the ones that we were fighting. Jesus. I need to change what I'm doing here. This is not working out well at all. Like, at all. Okay. But those very much the captains. Other ones, the knights, the standard knights. These bigger ones using also the like lightning infuse or whatever that's supposed to be. Swords. Those are the captains. Okay. And there should be another guy down here. A standard one this time around though. And we gotta be careful in this area in particular because that archer is once again firing at us. Right. Is there maybe like, oh, backstabbing them? Why didn't I think of that prior to getting hit in the face like frickin' 100 times? Alright. Bait him into firing. Only then pull the lever and immediately retreat so that he doesn't hit you. So we lowered that bridge now. Do not go through that door. That's a furnace inside. It's gonna burn your ass. You're never gonna be happy again in your entire life. So only do that a little bit later on. Yeah, he's all buggy. He walks off. I don't know why that is. That's just so stupid to me. I mean, I find it funny, but it's really stupid that there's like an enemy in a potentially pretty risky spot for you, and he then basically takes care of himself. A little anticlimactic, at the very least. Right. So we don't block that damage as much as we maybe could at this stage. It's not too big of a deal though. And behind this fog wall over here, there's going to be another boss fight. A boss fight that I hate doing this early though. He's probably one of the more difficult bosses in the entirety of Dark Souls 2, so it's very likely that I'm gonna skip on him for now. We might come back to him a little bit later. It's another one of those Lucatiel boss fights, and I did realize that last time I didn't quite finish my whole Lucatiel thought. I didn't give you all the bosses that you can summon Lucatiel for. So the Smelter Demon, which is what's behind that door, is one of those fights where you have to summon her, or can at the very least. As I was saying, it's 3 out of 4 fights that you need in order to complete her storyline. So either that one, then the Lost Sinner, I believe also the Flexile Sentry, and then there is, I believe, another one, but it doesn't really matter. We're not going to do that. Try lift. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't even know what you're trying to say. But we did pick up the Dull Ember, as you might have realized just then, and that is a fantastic item for us. That's what we need to give to Macduff back in the Lost Bastille, so that he can then infuse weapons with, for example, lightning, also fire, also poison, blade is something he can provide you with, all kinds of stuff. And of course that lever just now lowered the bridge entirely. And we can now turn off the furnace as well. So that is all very good, very nice. Right, okay. And once that is turned off, we can then of course hop down and go through these doors. Previously, as I was already saying, you are gonna get burned, motherfucker. You're gonna get burned. Okay. So as I was saying, very much systematically taking care of this place. There's only... Wait, you know what? I could be using lightning spears. That's probably gonna make things a lot easier. Jesus! Look at the damage. Look at that damage. I'm amazed. That is just blowing my mind right now. Okay. Let's just climb up the ladder. Don't get excited too soon, because we could still very easily die here and have terrible things happen to us. But that was some decent damage right there. Jesus. Maybe that is actually a viable strategy against the smelter demon. I couldn't tell you, but looking at the damage that we do against these guys, it's not too unlikely. And yeah, that's another one of those like trick messages poking fun at you by saying that there's an illusion ahead, but no such thing. And what they're basically doing with that is like baiting you into upvoting their message. So oftentimes you will find ones that have like 1,000 and something votes to them, and then of course you're thinking, well, that is probably a good message right there. There has to be an illusory wall over there. But no, that's just people that get frustrated with the wall accidentally upvoting it. At least I believe that to be the case. Right, so we took care of this really easily. Lightning spear, once again, the best thing that we picked up in this playthrough. Like, hands down, the best, like, item, equipment, whatever. Because usually this is actually a rather terribly annoying area. But the way we now got to handle it, really fucking easy, and I'm a big fan of that. Let's have... Oh, he just killed himself once again. What's up with that? I don't know. AI in this game sometimes really off. Like, just very, 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 very much off. So you can use a Pharaoh's Lockstone here. And as I was saying earlier, very similar to the Lost Bastille. Use Lockstone, enter secret wall, and find side area. And this time Belfry Soul and not Belfry Luna. But both of those are the areas that are basically the, I don't know, hometown. Is that what I want to really use? It sounds stupid as all hell, but it's hometown of the Bellkeeper Covenant kind of guys. These smaller looking guys that are kind of crazy and always talk about how they want to serve their prince and princess and want you to kill things for them. It's really fucked up. And also what's fucked up is this bonfire, because it's just a dick move that they make you drop down that ledge. So the only way of escaping that essentially is climbing up and going through the entirety of the Belfry Soul area. So there's another guy right here. Oh, I didn't even mean to climb down like that. Excuse me. Excuse me. He doesn't offer any new info, I don't think, though, and we still don't want to join this covenant. So instead, let's just enter the mist and fight some phantoms, because that's what you're doing in these areas. You're going to be fighting a lot of phantoms, and this time there's going to be a sorceress in here, and that is probably your biggest pain in the butt. And while I'm trying not to burp, let's hopefully take care of these guys rather soon right here, and also heal up in us. I didn't even kill. I thought I killed him for good, but alright. It's not like it matters too much. We gotta run away for a little while, then drink some Estus. That was not really me running away, I don't think. But okay, just hit the guys. Hit the guys. Hit him good. immediately retreat and hopefully not die, because we could die. Alright, but it's not too bad. I mean, they hit very, very hard, and that's the biggest issue here. I guess also the fact that there's like a bunch of them attacking you at the same time is also one of the bigger issues, but if you just take it slow, if you know your moveset and have Estus that you can use in order to heal yourself, should have a relatively easy time. So there's a bunch more. I believe there's another smaller one. Yeah, actually right over there is where he's at. And then there's also one wielding a big ass greatsword. And that guy you want to be careful about. But of course for now, let's deal with him. Still cannot backstab them, which I kind of hate, to be completely honest. But alright. There's that other guy, and we're just going to try to use some lightning spears. Please log onto him. And it didn't do quite as much as I was expecting. And now he's just too close. But those guys, they suck. Every enemy in the game that wields a great sword just can go suck my PP. Because they are annoying. They just keep throwing attacks at you. They're so relentless. I really dislike it. I mean, it's a good strategy. It works on me, and that's why I dislike it. But I'm not saying that they're like badly designed or anything. Okay, that's another bell rung. I don't remember what that one does either. In the Belfry Luna, you open a gate. I don't know if there's a gate in this one though, just because maybe it's back there. And I just opened that up, or maybe there's no gate. I don't know. Because of course in the Belfry Luna you get to see the gate before you then potentially like open it. And this guy has 2 crossbows. I don't know why the fuck he's now behaving like a weird person. Why are you behaving like a weird person? He's dead though, I can tell you that. Didn't drop anything either. But yeah, really strange guy it seems. In general, in this episode, AI has been pretty strange if you ask me. Pretty damn strange. And we're about to be done with this whole Belfry area. I certainly would say that I prefer the Luna place to the Soul. It's just that this place doesn't have too much. It's just a rather open area. There's a bunch of enemies for you to kill, and yeah, that's about it. Now, I'm taking a lot of damage, and I absolutely need to heal real quick, because that guy is coming fast, and he can be a big pain, because he's all... Oh my god, also another great sword. Douchebag. Eat all of these, please. I need to be very careful now. Right. Regain the stamina. Regain the Oh, okay. God, that was scary. That almost was another death. So far we're really doing okay with deaths. I mean, there were a few instances in which I basically had no need to die and did it anyway. But I mean, all things considered, haven't died too much now, have we? Okay. That was shitty gameplay. I'm going to like straight out admit that. That was not me doing all that well in combat. But at least we got through the area, and if we're now smart, we should be able to get to the next bonfire without resting at the one we previously rested at. Because of course, as I was saying, the problem with that whole bonfire is that you have to go through the entirety of Belfry Soul again. Luckily, I mean, the second time around, it's a much more enjoyable time because you don't have these bigger phantoms, just the smaller ones. So, in that sense, it's not that difficult every single time that you have to do it, but it's still annoying. It's still like 2 minutes wasted just getting back to it. And I'm not exactly sure whether I like the way they designed that, because I mean, I get it. I get that it's funny and really frustrating, and I guess they knew exactly what they were doing when they designed this whole bonfire that way. But still, I don't know. It's very annoying. isn't it? It's very annoying. So, we're gonna go back here. That fog wall is where we're gonna want to go through. Let's fire some more lightning spears at these guys. I almost took damage to that. And there will be like multiple ironclad enemies in this area. Those you can luckily just burn in the lava. Or, in fact, just not even burn. Like freaking scorch their asses. Incinerate them. They're gone. And that is very good. Okay, that guy I also killed. Now, oh god, I didn't even know about that not even lightning crystal lizard. That's exactly what that is. And we did we kill him even? We did. That is amazing. All right, use another life gem. The most annoying archer of Dark Souls 2 is right down there. Let's wait for him to shoot. Only then pick up all these fantastic items. Jesus. And then we're going to approach him and destroy the fuck out of his life. There's some pressure plates on the ground. Be careful about that. Because, of course, those can put some lava on the ground right here. And these little trenches... then you're gonna have to jump over them, and it's not a good time at all. So jumping over those and then avoiding the rest is what you're gonna want to be doing. Did I hit that? I didn't. God, I'm amazing at maneuvering. Really just am straight out amazing. Right, those guys stop luckily, and the cool thing about this is that you can step on these pressure plates now, and that's gonna make them fall down, very much like that. It's kind of fun. They don't do it very often, but those two guys over here you can just send down into the lava as well. So say hi to the ironclads that we killed using that lava a little bit earlier. Certainly they are having one hell of a time. Get it? Hell, bird, fire, blah. Alright, and there's another mimic here. I do remember this one very well, so let's just dispose of him. And he gives us stuff. I don't know. Some spear, some armor. Nothing I'm gonna end up using though, I don't think. And this is just... doesn't this look like there would be like an illusory wall somewhere around here? I'm gonna hit X for the entirety of this wall. I don't know if it's gonna really work though. I don't know. Didn't remember one being here, so... oh shit. Almost fell down and killed myself. Okay. You don't have to come up here either. I should certainly point that out. The quickest way to the bonfire is just using that entrance doorway, whatever you want to call it, down. Yeah, like right below me. But we're not doing it this way. No, we're not. Instead, oh, I didn't even remember that I had heal poop. I didn't even remember that. That is actually quite fantastic. Right, I mean, it certainly would be the best decision. Hopping down there, just going to the next bonfire, being done with this. Because going this way, we're going to have to be fighting another 3 archer dudes. And that sucks a great deal. But maybe... just maybe, if I use the wilted dusk herb, we can restore our lightning spears and then have a much easier time fighting those guys. Only 7? I would have liked a little bit more out of that, to be completely honest. Certainly would have liked a little bit more. But okay, they're up here. They're a pain to kill using melee combat, but now having these lightning spears should be really easy. And in theory... right, wait for him to shoot. Then, come on, lock onto him, please. That probably is still gonna hit me. Oh, it didn't even. Good then. Yeah, in theory, we're gonna need 6 arrows for these guys, 2 each. And, oh, god damn it. And that, of course, is really good. Because otherwise, you have to run out there, fight one guy while all the other guys are shooting at you. Lightning spears, once again. I'm stressing this like every episode now. But lightning spears are so good, you guys. Lightning spears are so good. And we still have not picked up the sword I was looking for. I might have to farm a little bit for that. off camera. We could also just settle for the Uchi Katana. It does a little bit less damage though, I believe, like fully upgraded. So I'm not sure. It certainly is an alternative, but the black steel katana would be a little bit nicer. There's an item here. And the reason why you want to come down here, it's very much like the more difficult way and more dangerous way as well. I mean, those maybe kind of go hand in hand, but the reason why you want to hop down here is because there's another neat item at the top of that. Well, what is it even? I'm lacking the vocab right now. I shouldn't be, but I'm certainly lacking the vocab right now. So, fairly easy drop to make though, and it's the Covetous Gold Serpent Ring. We already have one. Got that from Magarol a little bit earlier, but it's certainly worth pointing out that you can get one right there. So, last guy right here. He could actually still end up giving... Oh my god. End up giving us the Black Steel Katana. Black Steel Whatever. Fuck you then. God damn it. Well, yeah, I'm just gonna have to farm or something like that off camera in between episodes, but that's totally fine by me. I don't mind it too much. Now, all that's separating us from that last and also next bonfire is two ironclad guys, ironclad soldiers as I believe they're officially called, and they're fairly easy to take care of. Just use the same strategy as always. Rolling, baiting them, hitting them. Rolling, baiting them, hitting them. Very well. Very much like that. But the other one is around the corner, and we're going to have to actually pull up this guillotine and only then aggro him. And the cool thing that you can do here is if your timing is correct, what you can do is actually have them get crushed by that, and we fucked that up, I guess. But that insta-kills them, and of course is a cool way of disposing of an enemy. I never really. I've done it like twice maybe coming through here. And I do need to stress, when I first did this area, I had to come through here a lot. Like, I didn't know about the second bonfire that we're about to encounter. And not finding that is a big problem, because then you're always coming back here and it's just like one of the longest stretches that you have to survive in the game. Luckily, if you realize that there's a ladder here though, you can just climb up and give yourself a much easier time. Like, it was ridiculous how how hard it first was when I did this area, not knowing that there was another bonfire essentially right in front of the boss right here, the next great soul, and also a very useful switch right here that actually turns off all these fire spewing statues. So let's rest at the bonfire. That went really well so far. I'm saying so far because there's still something we need to do, and something I did have a few issues with when I first did it, because the upcoming boss, for a lot of people, is one of the easier bosses of the game. A lot of people were disappointed by the Great Lord boss fucker. I had a really hard time against him for whatever reason. I kept dying like an idiot. Now I don't really think that he's all that difficult anymore, but it's one of those guys where I would say that the fight is not really difficult itself. It's just that if you make a mistake and if you fuck up, it's relatively likely that he is going to whoop that ass and end your life. Right, Ironclad, say goodbye to the world, to Drang Lake. I actually dropped a Fire Drake Stone. That's remarkable. But yeah, there we go. That's going to be the next fog wall leading to the next great soul. So, do I have everything that I need for this? I almost feel like I do. At the same time, I almost feel like I don't. It's just that, I don't know. This is already giving me stressful time just thinking about this fight, because it was so difficult for me when I first did it. I don't know why that is, and I don't know, it's funny because I keep hearing that was super disappointing, that was like one of the easiest bosses in the game. What the fuck, beat him on my first try. Hands down, died like 6 times when I first did this, so I cannot promise anything. Please don't laugh at me if I die. I'm gonna try my best though. Let's enter this and challenge the next boss in Dark Souls 2. This is right now like the 12th boss that we're fighting, and there's way more after this. So in general, boss count of Dark Souls 2 is like, I don't know, twice as high compared to Dark Souls 1 maybe even a little bit more than that. Couldn't really tell you how many bosses there are in Dark Souls 1, but in this game there's like somewhere between 20 and 30 bosses, which is nuts and kind of cool, but also not necessarily something I feel like only positively about. So this guy, he's dangerous because he can knock you into the lava, as you might expect. He also does punches, and a lot of those as well, and it was almost me dying already. But the basic way that you want to handle this is by really just knowing what he's gonna do. That is like your strategy right here. Knowing what he's gonna do, how to time the dodges, which apparently I don't. But we'll get there eventually. He also breathes fire. You can then maybe hit him like once or twice while he's doing that. Gotta be careful though, because getting burnt by that is rather traumatic. Fuck, I don't know why I'm having such a hard time dodging that. And it sucks because I'm really just wasting all these Estus by doing such a thing. Because I remember having to dodge pretty late when it comes to that. So, God, alright. Alright. Oh, I didn't even quite dodge it. I was almost gonna say, I finally dodged it! Look at me! Being successful at something once. But, alright. Not working out too well so far. No question about it. I'm not doing my best work right here, but it's just a test of patience once again. What you want to be doing in this fight is just baiting him into attacking so that he then kind of stays down for a while, so that you can then die and fall into the lava. And that is like the biggest problem that you can have with this fight. Falling into the lava is an insta-kill, obviously. There's no way of escaping that. And that sucks a great deal. So what we're going to do right here is actually just cut to me fighting the boss again. And as I was saying, I'm not the best against him. I don't know why, but this might be the first in a series of quite a few deaths. So I'll talk to you in a second. Okay, you guys, take 2. So I did change my rings up a little bit. I'm now using the ring of physical protection, as it maybe is called. I don't remember exactly. But also I'm now going to try to two-hand the entirety of this fight, just because in the end you're not going to be blocking too much. And yes, you want to do a very, very late roll with those downward strikes that he does. Oh, I didn't read that correctly now, did I? God damn it. Alright, well, we'll have to see. I mean, having it two-handed is already going to help us out a great deal, I would imagine. And, maybe then we're going to be able to kill him. So, late dodge on this one. Apparently wasn't late enough, I guess. Good thing is, he does usually give you more than enough time to do some healing in between. But as I was saying, the bigger problem is that if you fuck up, which I'm apparently very often doing, he can easily kill you by throwing you into the lava. And even his standard attacks already do a lot of damage. So I don't know what it is that people don't find him difficult, because I do find him to be relatively challenging. But okay, let's see about it. He doesn't really help me out too much right now, does he? Late dodge. Fucking hell. Apparently I'm just not the best against him. Right, I didn't heal there, which I probably should have done. He does another one. Ding dong. Right, we're gonna drink some Estus though, before he continues with his whole attacking shenanigans. I dodged straight into that and I'm once again gonna fall down. And take 3, you guys. This is a very, very accurate representation of my first time against him, at least so far. As I was saying, had a pretty damn hard time against him for whatever reason. Apparently that seems to be the case yet again. Lightning spears are apparently pretty good against him though, so maybe want to use more of those. Probably the best time to be using them is going to be when he spits the fire though, so we'll see about it. I wasn't doing the best job with dodging, and dodging is a very, very important part of this fight, like no question about it. And as I was saying earlier, I did miss that bonfire on my first time through, so just imagine how much fun I had doing this, because I would die to him and I would have to go through the entirety of all that like fuckload of shit before getting back to him. I didn't read that correctly now, did I? Okay. So far so good. Certainly the best we've done so far. Doesn't mean that it's gonna end up working out for us, but it might. And I like the idea of that. That was terrible. That certainly is something you want to be dodging. Didn't realize it soon enough though. He does it again, and whenever he does that, we want to usually do our lightning spears, although I did fuck up my timing there pretty miserably. Right, heal the shit up and don't die in the process. I didn't even die. Right, so this is so bad. I did die. No. And take 4, my friends. So I basically have this locked down now. I know what I need to do, I know how to do it. So let's dodge this attack this time around. Two-handed and now inflict some damage onto him. Not dodging that was one of the bigger flaws of that last attempt. Certainly will admit that. And it's so easy to dodge too, so I don't even know why I'm having such a hard time. It's probably just that I went in here with like all these memories of the first time that I did him. No, like innuendo there, yet again. But in the end, he's not that difficult. You just gotta know what to do and when to do it. Mostly when to do it, though. So let's keep dodging these successfully. That is also a pretty terrifying attack, and I almost thought that was still gonna hit me. So let's maybe throw like 2 lightning spears at him. He's once again gonna do the laser punch attack. That is actually a really good attack though for us. It's gonna give us a lot of time to do some damage to him. Right, and that's once again gonna be the other one that he likes to do. And yet again, we can use 2 lightning spears against the guy, maybe even a 3rd one for good measure, so that he ends up dying. Finally. God. But yeah, as I was saying, I have my problems with that boss fight. One of the only boss fights that I have issues with, though. Do want to stress that I mean, I probably shouldn't go ahead and say that now that we still have like 10 bosses to kill, or maybe even more. But at least in my first playthrough, he was also quite difficult for me. And I'm very happy that we now do not have to deal with him ever again. So, right. That is basically the Iron Keep. I don't know. We probably don't have any time left, really. So, since we also didn't pick up the katana, I'm probably going to end it in Majula here. Initially, I had also planned to still go to Macduff and upgrade the sword over there, but since I didn't pick it up, and since we're kind of running out of time, let's just do it next time, and then we're also going to start with a new path. Now finished, of course, the second path in the game. I now have 2 Great Lord Souls, or Great Souls, or whatever they call them in this game. And, yeah, the next time maybe we're also going to take care of that whole weapon side of things. So I hope that you enjoyed this episode, despite all the deaths towards the end there. Sorry for that, but very accurate representation, as I was saying. And next time we're going to do much better, because also next time we won't be dealing with, like, the big bosses just yet. So, yeah, with all of that out of the way, thank you so much for watching. See you next time, and don't be mad. Don't be mad. Goodbye, you guys.